To get back, this is sort of a follow-up video. I put the L09 choke back in the unit here. In fact, you can see it. I'll show everyone. That's my adjustment tool for the choke, the variable inductor. I put everything back together again, and I had the same tubes. I hadn't neutralized anything. I didn't touch any of the other trimmers up here, and I just kind of started messing with this inductor a little bit, and I'm getting really what I should be getting. I think it's fixed. I reconnected the ALC down where you see that little blue inductor, and it seems to be working properly. The real problem is that I don't understand why. I don't understand why this makes such a big difference here. So in the way of kind of following this up, I wanted to show you all exactly what I'm getting now. I have the oscilloscope hooked up here. Everything is turned on. The filaments are lit in the tubes. I have the right here. Let me see. The oscilloscope is connected here. Right after that C01. I think that focused pretty well. That's where the oscilloscope is connected. Here, on this line, is where I have an inductively coupled. So I don't have anything directly coupled. It's inductively coupled. I'm sniffing that line connected to the spectrum analyzer. Now that line directly goes to, if you look at pin 5, which is the input pin. It's the output for the bias to the to the tubes themselves, to the final tubes. And then it's used to basically those two diodes there and that coupling cap rectify and of course only couple the AC across to, if you can see, the ALC is pin 3, and then that 4 is a ground pin which is used to ground the ALC out, basically disabling it on anything except single sideband. So that line going to that pin 5 is what is connected to the spectrum analyzer. So this should give us some information. Right now I have everything turned on. The oscilloscope is DC coupled. We're right now running a negative bias of about 120 something volts. That's going to the grids of the two final tubes, which basically is turning them off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all what kind of power I'm getting. This is the power meter. Now I have everything tuned up now. This is on 40 meter. Remember I was only getting 10 watts? Well, this is what I'm getting now. Just a minute. It's probably about 90 watts, 85 watts, something like that. It's pretty close to where it should be. It's very good. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the oscilloscope trace, and then I'm going to vary this tool here, and you all will get to see exactly what the waveform is doing as I vary it. Okay, sorry about the lack of stability here. I'm going to try to best to hold this with my one hand and then do it. Now that's moving it. That's what it does. Okay? And then it goes back to the negative bias again. Alright, that's basically all there is on the oscilloscope. Now on the spectrum analyzer, I'm going to show what we're getting. First of all, let me just peek this again. You can even look at it as I peek it. Alright, that would be peak. And this is the ALC as I turn that knob as well. You could see what the ALC is doing. I'm just letting the tubes cool off here. That's why I'm not doing it right away. Alright, now this is as I turn it. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to show a series of tests with the spectrum analyzer. Okay. First of all, I have some presets on here, and I'm just going to show the screen. I'm not going to try to move this too much, just so you all get an idea of what's... All right, I want to apologize for that. I actually ran out of space on this phone, so I had to splice these together. So I'm just going to start real quick here. Anyway, this is that top line, the reference line is 40 dBm, and we're attenuating 50 dB here. And span is from 2 megahertz to 1.8 gigahertz. Now, what I'm trying to do here is get an idea of if there's any spectral energy across this span. All right, so here we go. This is on full power. This is putting out close to 100 watts, sniffing. Now, if you notice, there's really nothing. The reason why we're not getting anything is because right here, it's just the resolution is not high enough for us to pick up anything. So there's nothing of any significance. Now, what we're going to do next is recall another preset. Now, this will be 2 megahertz to 30 megahertz. Let me change the amplitude, get rid of that. And now full power. That's what we get. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. We're going to go to the next preset. Now this is 2 megahertz to 20 megahertz. This should give us a lot more detail. Let me change the amplitude, attenuate this a little bit. And then when I come up with this, I'm going to lock it in and then do some markers to show you exactly what I'm getting. All right, let's see. In fact, let's go back. Let's go to the other preset. I think that was a little better. We'll go to 30 megahertz. We'll use that instead. Okay. All right. Trace. Now we've stopped it. Now let me get off of this and we'll bring up some markers. Do a peak search. That says 6.34 megahertz. Now remember, this thing is not... It's the accuracy, I've said this in another video, is plus or minus 5 megahertz. I do not have a counterlop board in here. I really have to get one. But, you know, I think that big peak there is our main, that's our primary. So let me move the marker. And we're at 13.41. That's obviously another harmonic. Then the last harmonic is 20.55, or thereabouts. So we have 3 distinct harmonics. These are before they're filtered. They're very clean. They're very peaky. And that's it. The primary is the largest. Is the largest concentration of energy. If the ALC was really depending upon some spurious signal which it was attenuating, that signal would have to basically dwarf all the others, and then it would be attenuating all the signals down, is what we would have seen. Now, I did a trace from, as I showed you, 2 megahertz to 1.8 gigahertz, and there was no signal except on these signals you're seeing here. You couldn't see these because the resolution wasn't high enough. But then when I went to a smaller span, this is what we found. The point is I don't understand exactly what's going on with this thing. And, you know, maybe that's the mystery now. But it does appear to be working. Everything looks clean. It looks good. As I said, all I did was put back that L09. I started playing with it a little bit. I noticed that the power was coming up, and then I realigned everything, and this is what I have. So I even, like I said, I hooked the ALC, the automatic level control back up, and this is what I'm getting. So anyway, I'd like to continue on with this series, see if you all can come up with anything, and if you have any requests. This is, purely educational here. I'm learning along with you all. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye.